All right. Hey there. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, we got something on the screen here. Hold on. All right, now we're good. Oh, that's close. Anyways, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy Razor from RazorTube, coming at you with some DayZ 1.5 roaming today. We are going to be covering a lot in one sitting. Okay, we're going to be covering base location, some Livonia stuff, um, and we're gonna do it right. And anyways, I'm part of the boyfriend squad. I'm one of three members. The other members are Jade Monkey and BioLaser, and Jade Monkey's playing with me right now.
Hi.
If you want to check these guys out, go in the description below my channel of this stream or in video form, whatever you're watching, and click on their links and drop them a sub, follow, and like. Which reminds me, if you're new to this channel, you make sure you drop those subs, follows, and likes depending on what platform you're watching me on. I stream on Mixer, YouTube, and Twitch all at the same time. So, hit me up on those. If you're an old sub or an old follower coming back, thank you for the support. If you want to further that support, you can click on you can type in the link in the upper right hand corner and donate to the channel. And those funds go directly to all the equipment that I use to make this stream happen. Without you guys, I couldn't make this happen. Alright, without further ado, I think that's pretty much it.
Oh wait. Don't you you have a DayZ playlist on your channel, right?
Oh, well, yeah, I do have a DayZ playlist on my channel if you want to check that out. Click on
You're
it,
new.
scroll through it. Also, if you want any game guides for DayZ, you can just go under the highlighted section or the guides playlist on my channel. All right. Without further ado, let's do this. Okay? Oh, I always forget. Now, currently, I am playing on PC, but for this stream's purpose, we're just doing this for our console community for PS4 and Xbox One. Now, we do main on Xbox, so don't get it mistaken. We're not PC junkies. We
Yeah.
just
They'll be
do
like, step one,
we do both.
complain about the
Okay,
platform.
we do both. All
Yeah,
right,
we
so
do.
we're gonna get right into it, ladies and gentlemen. Now, before we start talking about this location here, look at that beat up car over there.
Yeah, I mean it gets us around. Maybe I wrapped a few around a couple telephone poles on the way over. So that's our last one.
Yeah. All right.
No pressure.
Well, like I said, I'd like to welcome you guys to the channel, and we're basically going to talk about our Boar base location in the north that we're currently at now. Now, let me just show you exactly where this is at ahead of time.
So wait, what is this again? This is like an outpost or a base location, but it could also be an outpost. It can be used for lots of things, and it can be for solo. It can be for a squad.
Yes,
It's
sir.
multi-role.
Yeah, it's multi-role. You could do. I mean, if you want to solo here, you could definitely solo here. Let me see. Hold on, give me a second. Gotta do some stuff before we start getting into this.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Should probably get some cooking going.
All right.
Yeah. How's your food on your guy? Do you know?
Good. Everything's good.
Okay. What kind of
All right.
multi-purpose set? Yeah.
So I'm gonna open this bad boy up.
Uh,
There we
walk us
go.
walk us through.
Oh yeah. Okay. So currently, right now, we're gonna do a base location just for you guys. It's special. It's special.
Now, this works on everything. We're talking about vanilla DayZ 105, but this will pertain to future versions of DayZ. as they are going to be redoing how the base building's done. So it's good right now on console vanilla, PlayStation 4 and Xbox, and it's also good for PC. And future versions also. I think this will be a lot more strong, or it would be stronger where it's in the future once things get a little bit more solidified with base building. And
Oh
it
yeah.
is multi-role. This is for squads and for solos.
Yep. And this is just to kind of give you guys a little bit of a reference of where we're located. Is we're north here of Boar. So this is currently where me and Jade are. Okay. Little dot here. We got some other stuff going on, but there is base. Well, let's see. This would be your base if you want to solo or squat it, and you definitely got all of your necessities down here in Boar, if you could tell on the map. So you got a car spawn. You're actually located between a lot of potential crash spawns as well, and you got water, wildlife to hunt, to eat, and whatnot. So let me drop this off here real quick, and then we'll get into the base itself. Now, all right. So here we are north of Boar. We have this barn here. Now, this is pretty prime location, if you ask me, only because of certain things going on in the area. Uh, Definitely on high ground. Awesome. You have the potential to put barricades in the roads to stop people to get to you and whatnot. And let's just face it, you put a gate in front of this door and behind it, you're gonna definitely create a stronghold. Now, I know that we've covered this on a stream before, but this is kind of unique because since then we've found some extra things out. You can fortify this location with walls and gates on each door, and obviously cover up your little peepholes here because you don't want people macking your
Yeah,
stuff.
it's definitely
But
an issue.
if you noticed up here, which not many people with a base building eye will notice, is there is an actual lip up here. If you follow my little crosshair, this is a lip that you can actually get on and snipe out of these little holes um, when people are trying to raid you. Uh, I really hope what you're doing is safe.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, you worry me.
Well, one of the ways you can get up there is with those wire mesh barriers, but you can also use a vehicle. Yeah,
Mhm.
this concerns me.
Yeah, this is a very concerning moment. So, but anyways, you have a lot of wildlife, like I said. South of this location, you're gonna have boar with all your necessities for being a new or experienced DayZ player. And then, right, you could start to basically create your own stronghold with your squad or by yourself. You could start putting up towers, walls around this. And as me and Jade always say, when you're building a base, look at him. When you're building a base, you always want to build from the inside out. So on the cheap side, throw some gates on the inside so nobody knows you're here. Park your vehicle, store your loot inside there, and then work your way out. Um, you do have a potential crash site that will spawn up to the north of this location and some south near Boar. Um, it's a very, 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 very provocative spot only because of there's not a lot of other buildings for other potential raiders or players to hide in to get to you. So,
Yeah, if they're showing their face to shoot you, or when they're shooting at you, you most likely.
yeah. And the good thing about this, not only can you get up on the beams on the inside, and if you construct it the right way with walls and stairs to get on the beams, you can also take the car, and me and Jade have tested this, and put it on the outside and climb on the roof and start to construct kind of like a little sniper outpost on top. So it's pretty solid location. There's not many ways that people can raid you besides directly running at you, which we all love because that's free loot for us. They do
Yeah, it
the
is.
the only potential problem. Am I bleeding? I am bleeding because probably my shoes are ruined. Yep.
Ah, yep. Good
Rip.
thing you caught it.
Yeah.
It's all good.
I need shoes.
Yeah, I think we might have an extra pair. I'll go look.
Yeah, I'm not gonna move.
Yeah, yeah. Just stay there for a second. So, hopefully this builds off what you're saying. I'll pull a car out and then we'll jump on the rooftop like you're saying.
Heck
But
yeah.
one of the main reasons why this is good now and in the future because DayZ 105 now on vanilla, like rating a base is fairly easy to do, and they are going to rework it. Hopefully in one of the future patches. I mean, wouldn't that be sick if it was 106? We don't know if it's going to be, but right now mostly bases are going to be used for outposts, for you to stage your looting and then go out and then bury it. It's always a good strategy to have a spot, an outpost that you loot to, and then you'll go out and then stash it into the woods somewhere or just somewhere away from the base. Now, when bases become more fortified in future versions, this spot just becomes even better. So it's good now, but definitely don't store your good loot on your characters. That's always a really good rule to follow. Mule it on extra characters, especially if you're playing on PlayStation 4 and Xbox, because you can create extra players for free if you own the game and you have your online service. Um, so it's basically family plans.
Oh yeah.
But this is good because we're around a lot of stuff. If you look at the map and kind of scroll back a bit. By the way, this location's Bor, B-O-R. If you use something like I survive and you type in B-O-R, you'll be able to find it. But let me just show you reference to the shoreline. Shoreline is where obviously where everybody's going to spawn. So this is your point of reference. You have Cherno. There's BOR, but let's kind of zoom in a little bit. Bor is good because you can, like Razor was saying, you can look around and see anybody coming, but you're also close to Pavlo military base,
Oh
military
yeah.
loot. Just north of there, you're close to Zelen, which also has crazy military loot. And as Razor was also telling us that there's crash sites around here. Now that doesn't mean you'll always get one there, but there's potential for one to spawn. So great spots, keeps you out of the way of the spawn point area of new users or new users, but new respawning. What is it? Players? Jeez, I
Yeah.
had a stroke. Jeez, yeah. It keeps you out of the way, and it's off. It's off the main pathway, so the chances of people just running into you here is a lot less than what it would typically be, like close to Cherno, like our standard location, orange base, and everything else. So
Oh yeah. And
makes it good.
the good thing is too is like this is kind of like a good base to have, and in between you can kind of create like a little shack, you know, and basically go to the shack and then go to the military base, and then kind of have like a tandem between each like location, you know. That way you can store the loot in the woods somewhere, and then if you need to, get an ult or something, put them by where your loot is in the woods, and if somebody's raiding you, just be like, hey, what's going on? Like that would be sick. Sick.
Check this out. Can you jump up from here?
I think so, yeah. So yeah, like Jade
Yeah.
was doing before. Yeah, let me get up
You don't
here.
have any stam. You can always take off your backpack. Oh, you look
Boom.
so.
I'm a
Yeah, look at me.
professional DayZ player here.
Yeah,
But
look back at me. That's the screenshot.
oh yeah. So yeah, like I was saying before, here's the beams. This is what we have. You can literally be up here when people are raiding you, look down and just pop them with a shotgun and they're done. You know what I mean? And if I wonder, now let's just
Try it.
check this out.
Oh, can you crawl around? What? What?
Ah,
Uh,
bruh.
but it's got these little windows to look out from. It's so good in here. And
Yeah.
you can start off small, like Razor was saying. Like if you've got minimal things to use,
Yep.
then you can do it on the interior. Actually, it's better to do it on the interior because nobody knows you're
And,
there.
let's talk tactics for a minute, okay? So basically, when people are coming into this base, right, you're most likely out here alone with your squad. They're gonna be taking this road here with cars. What I would advise you to do, man, get a generator, get some lights, put them out here. If they come at night, you can blind them, and then you can put lights around your whole base to kind of, you know what I mean, stop them from seeing exactly where you're at, where you're firing from. Kind of gives them a little bit of a obstacle to get through. Now you can on these roads down here set up barricades, like I was saying in the beginning. Uh, every so many feet. That way you can stop them from getting up here. Now if they off-road it, yeah, that's cool, but they got to deal with all of this rigorous terrain right here. Okay, this is what's gonna happen. They're gonna drive that car up here, and we all know DayZ cars are great to drive. And when you go off
True.
road, they're gonna either tip the car or have a problem even getting something up this hill here, unless they're using the actual road. But let's see.
Here, let's show the other way we can get up on the top.
Yeah, let's show them. Yeah, what we were talking about earlier. So, like I said before, this is north of Bor, B-O-R. I showed you in the beginning of the map, so you can kind of see exactly where it's at, the resources that are below it. And now we're going to get into the real juicy part where you're going to create this sniper outpost on top to look down on anybody.
And be advised, when you do this, it's gonna silhouette, and people will basically you're advertising that you've got a base here, so
Mm-hmm.
you have to plan accordingly. Hopefully, you're fortified and you back up stuff. Let me try it here. Yeah. Sorry, I don't want to run you over by accident.
No, you're
We
fine.
might have to back it up a little bit.
No, you're fine.
Oh, maybe not. Oh my goodness, that's so gross.
Yeah. So here's what I was talking about. High ground is the best ground, right, guys? So
I'm bad.
here we go. We got the road coming up, and nothing but open fields. I mean, they can hide. People can hide behind trees that are raiding you, but get a couple grenades. It'll, kind of wash them out, and then they'll be running around like a bunch of chickens with their heads cut off. And this is what you have with this base location north of Bor. You're gonna have the city of Bor south of you, and then nothing north besides a potential crash site spawn. So
I
you're look
can't make it up.
you're
I'm
looking at
bad.
a real good location from up here. Now you can obviously see the radio tower and maybe some sniper positions these guys might take up, and you're gonna have to look out for ghillie people. If they were smart and they really wanted to hit you, they would hook around and maybe hit these trees and come down the tree line there. But let's face it, you got the advantage when it comes to people raiding you in this location. Now, don't get it mistaken. Nobody's unraidable in this game, and we all know that. But this is basically what you get with this base location. And food, apparently.
Yeah, apparently wildlife. I
Yeah.
just plug. Oh, he's down.
Yep. Yeah, anything else to add on?
Yeah. Other than, because I know a lot of people are like, well, base is right now in 105. It's not like a traditional base because you use it for staging. So you can use it for an outpost right now. And again, like I said earlier, I think it's just going to be that much more fortified and just popular once the base building actually becomes more. Basically, there's more durability on the walls. Like it's going to take more to knock it down.
Oh, yeah,
So you
for
can use
sure.
it as an outpost now for sure. And
And
it's
like I
close to a
said,
lot of the good loot that you want.
yep, and make sure you guys double gate it. That's important. Double gate it. What you do with this location after you watch the video is up to you. Let your imagination run with it. But this, in general, you could just slap up some cheap walls between the doors, or gates rather, and then you have like a little outpost so you can start going over to the military base and gather stuff. So do it. It's good.
Do it. Outpost solo squad for vanilla PC, Xbox, and PlayStation for DayZ 105 and future versions. Yeah.
All right. All right. You want to get going? And also, we I don't know. This base location, you could probably store, I don't know, 2 or 3 cars inside here if you park them right. So you can use this barn for pretty much anything. But as always, if you're new to the channel, make sure you guys drop those subs, follows, and likes. And make sure you go head over to Jade Monkey and BioLaser in the description below and drop them a sub and follow as well. All right. So how's everybody in chat? Let me catch up with it. Sorry guys. If I haven't said hi to you, let's see. Odin, what's up? Joe, what's up? Robert, what's up? Both Robs, what's up? Oh, he says break room time. All right. Lucky, dude. I haven't had a break from class and every other thing. It's just been hectic over on my end, man. I haven't been able to stream very often, so trying to get some done today when I don't got anything to really do. I mean, I do have things to do, but it's on a roll. Kimmy says it's cold, snowing, 11 degrees. Rip. I think it's like. Let me look. I gotta look. Yeah, it's 40 here. It snows. Um, it
Hi.
snows Thursday here, so I'm not looking forward to that. Like I love the snow, but I hate being in it for too long. You know what I mean? It's just a pain in the something. Anyways, you ready to get going here, Jade?
Yeah, just one sec.
Okay. Wind chills -4. Yeah. See, when I lived in Omaha, Nebraska, like the whole of the United States in the middle of it in the Great Plains, let me tell you something. That place is cold. It snows there, and since it's in the Great Plains, the wind has nothing to stop it, and it just rips through your clothes. Like you could have, you know, just a down comforter as a jacket, and it would just rip through it. It's so cold. Even my military attire at the time wasn't even sufficient enough to stop the cold from coming in. Oh yeah, does my is my audio good for you guys on the other end? Like I'm loud enough, not quiet. Because I had to fix it and I tinkered with it a little bit a couple days ago when I had time. So,
Yeah.
alright.
I don't know. I haven't checked.
No, I'm
Are
just
you good on
asking
food
them.
for reals?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, it's full still. So
Well, we might need some in the future. Like, do you have food to eat?
let me see. I got a
If you don't, we
pop cans.
might as well cook these up real quick.
I got rice on me. I'm good.
Oh, you fancy, hmm? You fancy, hmm?
Kimmy says it's good, better than it was before. Good. Yeah, I had to tinker with it a bunch because the way the streaming application was like working with my capture card was just messed up. I don't know what it was. It was a wire or whatever, but I ripped everything out. I took basically the donations that I've gathered for how long, and I kind of got new everything. So let's do
Yeah.
it.
All right, let's roll. What's up, Kimmy? All right, we're gonna do another location from the shoreline to kind of help out with things.
All right, you just you
No
remember
pressure.
you remember the
What's
word.
up?
You remember the word, right?
Uh,
Smoke.
yeah, yeah. We're not there yet.
Okay, yeah. You let me know because I gotta switch over and do things.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
Yeah, yeah. Now, if the game volume's a little low, it's because the car is loud as hell, and I don't feel like trying to scream at you guys. So
Yeah, how can you guys hear me over the car on Razor's stream?
they should be able to.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can hear me fine, but you know how it goes through the
Uh
number
huh.
and stuff. It's really weird. Kimmy, I'm excited. You see, I DM'd you back. I think Kimmy's looking at a PC, maybe, if I'm not mistaken. So,
What?
yeah, dude, this is
Oh,
gonna be
girl.
very intense.
Oh,
We're gonna do,
ugh.
yeah.
Girl,
Star
you don't want to
Citizen.
come into this realm, bro. I'm telling you.
Oh, it's gonna be cool.
I hope you don't enjoy sleep.
Yeah, what sleep, dude?
Yeah, I'm telling you. Yeah, they said you sound good.
Okay, cool, awesome. I just hope it's okay on my end.
Again, I couldn't say it before because I was doing things, but Kimmy, thank you for the donation. I appreciate that very much.
Yeah, can we expect? Is Kimmy coming over soon to the?
Yeah, what kind of
Show?
PC you getting, girl? What is wrong with this
Oh,
zombie? Get off
I
it.
don't know. I know, right? Well, Kimmy already knows. She's got a spot on any of the ships that we're flying, so.
Oh yeah, there's already a Kimmy seat with your name duct taped on the back of it.
Yeah, really all we have to do is she has to just pick what stateroom she wants to be in on the 890.
Hey Davies, what's up, brother?
So,
So guys, here's my goal. Okay, Jade's been booming on his channel. Okay, booming. Right. The guy is just eating subs like no other. My goal, okay, after throughout the holiday season, we're coming up to my birthday, right? And this is, I even want to get it before this, but before my birthday in March, I want to get over 1,000 subs. I think we could do it.
I think you can do it before the end of the year.
Kimmy said she sent a question back to you about an SSD.
Oh,
She,
okay.
she's looking
Um,
at a Dell.
okay, cool. Yeah, yeah.
That's dope.
Remind me, Kimmy, just real quick, I'm gonna shut off tangent. I'll be streaming Star Citizen when we're done here on the PC to test the charge and stuff, and obviously to play Star Citizen, and then we'll be going over to DayZ on the Xbox after that. Davies, anybody else that's in the chat over there? Sorry.
Heck yeah.
By the way, Razor, I
What's
know
up?
you're super busy, but maybe it's good you didn't download the new update for Star Citizen. It's gonna wreck you, dude.
I know. I watch you and Dominion play, and I was like, I can't. If I do, it's done.
Dude, like Doctor Dominion and I were out like farming asteroids by hand, and then doing it with the prospector, and then Dominion blocked. He used the interdiction, the mantis,
Yeah, yeah.
it blocked people from being able to jump in. So like we just took all the loot.
Oh, jeez, it's so dirty.
I like it. Are you on time?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
About an hour. Got about an hour and a half. We
Okay.
should be able to smash.
I'm just trying to be real careful because there's all these little white
Yeah,
pylon things, but
nublets. Yeah,
yeah.
I don't
But
like them.
since I've wrecked all the other cars, this is it for us.
Ooh. Oh, yeah. Kimmy says
What's
Star
right here?
Citizen is what's making her look into a PC. Yeah, I don't know why
Yeah.
it wouldn't.
Yeah. And
Uh,
it's like if it stays playable like this for long stretches, it's like yeah, just keep bringing on the content. It's gonna be this one right here, but we're gonna start from the shore.
yeah, yeah. You just gotta let me know. That's it.
Okay.
And I'll tell you when I'm good. Look at that zombie. Look how pissed he is.
Okay.
Gonna eat you, Razor. I'm gonna get you.
Yeah, the one
Dude.
that I saw on the spec thing, which you probably already DM'd back, but it looks like to put it in perspective, it's higher than my motherboard, and the graphics card is higher than the one I started with when I started streaming
Oh, wow.
Star Citizen, so it should be good.
Yeah, that's one thing I really want to get, man. I'm looking at getting a new graphics card. I really want one real bad. I just can't. I cannot afford one, especially with the uh, whatchamacallit, my son. He's. I love him. He's awesome. He's just expensive.
Yeah, aren't all kids expensive?
So check this out, right? And like I don't know if anybody in chat knows. So my son's got like some medical issues. So he hasn't learned how to walk yet. All right, 2 years old. Okay, he actually is going to get braces to learn to walk now. He's finally sitting up on his own, and now he's gonna get braces. I was like, dude, amen, brother. Prosthetics are awesome.
Yeah.
Ooh, here we go.
Yeah, I had braces on my legs too when I was a wee lad.
Did you really?
Yeah. And then
This,
I
this
guess then for some reason there was casts on my legs. It looks like somebody just like
beat you
threw me
down.
to the ring. Yeah, but then I would get really mad and I'd bang them on the floor and then break the cast.
Oh
And
wow.
then my mom was always questioning about child abuse and stuff, and I was like, nah,
Nah, bro. I'm just mad.
nah,
Get these
I'm
things
just a
off me.
mad dude. Alright, we'll start down here. Might be a little difficult. Should we Okay, hey, when we head up to Tizzy, just real quick,
Mm.
uh, at any point if the zombies get bad, just assume that they will. We'll just get on top of the car in almost every scenario, or
Oh
stay
yeah.
in it and run them over.
Yep.
I'm trying to think. Should we walk down the hill, intro, and then come up because this car takes forever to get up the hill?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's try that. Let me back this up real quick. Yeah, I trashed all the cars that were good.
All right, later, Kimmy.
Heads up, I gotta make a wide turn.
I'm getting out of the way. Let me know when you get that PC, girl. DM me. He said.
Oh no.
Joe said, "Thank God my youngest is 16. Almost got them all out of the house."
Yeah.
Yeah, I was older when I had kids, man. I was like 32. Yeah, 32. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I was 32 when I had my first. I was too much of a party boy. I was like, yeah. And then I was like, let's just have kids. Screw it. Settle down.
Thick boy. I'm gonna park at the top here.
All right.
Then when we get close, probably don't have to get all the way in the town, and we'll start there, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Tap dance. Also, guys, probably later tonight, I'll be streaming again because I'm trying to get it in. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
basically, I'll probably be streaming some Rainbow Six again, and then um, after that, I don't know. Maybe more DayZ. Apparently, I'm not gonna download Star Citizen.
No,
So
you should. It's just yeah, if
no,
you're super
no,
busy.
not if I'm crunched for
Dude,
time.
there's mining galore. There's caves. There's stuff we can pick up. There's shared missions and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Dude, it's starting to really come in.
All right. So we just gonna do this location.
Yeah, you if you want to get started, just let me know when you're ready.
Nothing in between.
No, nothing in between.
Okay, good. Okay,
So
you just
I'll
gotta.
just wait whenever you're ready.
All right. Hold on. I'm doing it now. All right, let's fire it up.
Do it. Okay, so we're going over base locations, outpost locations, and the current version of DayZ 1.05 for vanilla, more specifically Xbox and PlayStation. Yes, right now we're on PC, but we do. I like the way you said it earlier, Razor. We main on console, and that is very true. Although sometimes we'll bounce over here to see what some of the new stuff is. But even with the current version of DayZ being what it is now, I still think having a base as a staging area is still very important. And let's not forget the base building and raiding is going to be overhauled in a good way adding more durability and more use, strength to the overall bases in general. So we're going to go over another decent outpost slash base for solo and squads. So let's go ahead. If you're standing next to me, Razor, just so we can protect each other, hold me. We can take a look at the location we're going to be heading up to. So if we tab out to I Survive, we're starting here on the shoreline to kind of show where this is if you're just walking on foot. So if you're looking at Cherno City, and there's our ever popular orange, Cherno Industrial, Cherno City. If you follow the shoreline, by the way, all these magenta, not magenta, but aqua circles with people silhouettes are player spawns. And if you keep following the road outside of Cherno City, past Belota Airstrip, and you keep going to Coma, I don't know how to say the rest of that, you're going to take the junction here at Coma and go up the hill just before the watering hole, I think. Yeah, just before. And that's where we're sitting, right here at the top of the hill, I think. No, we're right here. And we're going to be heading up the road to, we're calling it the Boar Barn Southwest.
Yeah,
And we
because
do have other, sorry, go ahead.
you're gonna have basically the junction in Coma is talking about is just the north road of Coma. So you take that up the hill, and then you're gonna be where we're located, which is here, a Boar Barn, southwest, and the other location we were talking about is right to the north. So you do have a little bit of ways going up to Boar from this location, but you do have the military outpost to the west here. So it's a pretty good location when you think about what you need. You can hit up both of the military base and Boar for, obviously the necessities and what it's going to take to survive in this area. And you do have a lot of local wildlife for food. And then your watering hole is obviously Boar up here. Because if you keep going on the road that we're going to go up, uh, which is we're down here now, but if you go north more, you're just going to run right into Boar. No pun intended.
Yeah, and then we've got a couple base videos on Boar and other base locations. If you check Razor Tube's playlist and my Jade Monkey, yeah, we do a lot of DayZ stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go ahead and drive up. I just wanted us to get close to the shoreline, so if you're walking down as a new player, you're familiar with what you're looking at. So we'll just kind of zoom in. We would normally drive all the way down here, but as you know, the Gunter in 105 is not a hill climber.
No.
And I
No.
wrecked all the other cars we have. So that's the only one we have. So this is Coma, Koma. If you type that into iSurvive, you should be able to find it. Or if that's too weird, you can always type in Boar. It's just north of this location. Let me scroll back just a little bit, and that'll help you find it. If you have it on your phone, Android, you can type those in. The English, the Western character set.
Yeah, you'll
You should be
definitely
able to
you'll
find it.
find it. You just type in Boar inside of iSurvive and you're good. So we're gonna head up here now, north towards the location,
Yes.
and then we will show you.
I'm a big fan of still using prefabs.
Yeah, me too.
I should note that in 105, I think most people have figured this out, but this will be good for future versions. But in the current version we're dealing with, parking cars indoors is not advised during a restart or after a restart because most cars will get wrecked and then despawn on you. So,
Yeah,
all right, let's. Yeah, it's.
keep your
Uh,
cars off outside if you know there's an update or something coming, because as we know it, things when they spawn in, they come from the top down when they spawn in. So
yeah,
that's why you want to keep your cars and stuff outside, especially in locations like this or any other base location that you can have cover over a vehicle. Keep the vehicle outside. We're heading up to the Boar barn in the southwest.
you got pretty eyes.
Mhm.
I'm gonna try to keep it first person so it makes more sense.
Yeah, yeah, no, I feel you. I'll go first person as well.
We're running a little rich on the engine, huh?
Mhm. So basically, when
Nice.
you're a fresh spawn, this base location is pretty good. I like it. It's it's easy to stash loot, and get things real quick, and then you basically have all the necessities that you need in DayZ. In particular, food, water, weapons. That's what we need to wreck people, right? So we're it's a good location between a military asset and uh, yeah, a survival asset.
Yeah, one thing you can always get just to tab out to the map again real quick. Boar has a watering hole. Um, it's usually good because this location has got the food, but you do have to walk to get water. So if you get a jerry can, you can empty it out on the ground or fill up a car, and then you can fill it up with clean water. Emphasis
Mm,
on the clean.
yeah.
Don't take it out of a dirty pond.
Yep.
And you have a water supply for even a large squad. Like it'll last a long time.
For
So if
sure.
you get a chance to get a jerry can, even if you don't have a car, it's worth your while. It's good for crops. It's good for just basic survival needs.
All right, now we're actually pulling up on the location here. So there is a Zombrito, so you're gonna have to back up and crush him.
Roger that.
I don't
Let
feel
me
like dealing with
switch.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, how's it feel? Brett. There you go.
Get it. Is there a chicken out here?
Yeah, I
Who
heard
made
one.
it?
All right, so this is the location. This is the Southwest Boar Barn. Um, Obviously, there's a house here as well. Now, we all do know, and if you're not familiar with any of my base location videos, if you look at some of the solo stuff that we got in particular, there's another house that I used with this design as for a base, for a solo base. But anyways,
Yeah.
let's get to the
The
barn.
Orange House prefab is very familiar if
Yeah, I love
you've been
the
around
orange
his
house.
channels. Yeah. It's nice.
All
It's
right,
just
so we got this location here, Southwest Boar Barn. This is basically just one barn, 2 stories. Well, 3 stories if you want to count the little perch up top. So we all know what we can do in here. Double gates, right? Double gate it. You could throw a tent in here in the middle. I've seen it done so many times. Now, um, that's another good point that I'm thinking of, and somebody just said is, uh, if you wanted to do this on the cheap and not noticeable right off the get-go, you could start in the house. Okay,
yeah, true.
you know, you could start off in the house. It's got prefabbed, fence line around it. Although people can vault over that, so keep that in mind before you start throwing up walls thinking you're safe and just blocking it off. Um, you could start in the house first, and then basically work your way to the barn, or you could just say, "Screw it, let's build in the barn." Obviously, this little house, real quick, before we start getting into the barn, is optimal. You got, the fireplace, keep you warm. You got good places to store barrels and other loot and whatnot, and you can kind
Well,
of rope
and
it off.
this chimney here, you can cook if you have a cooking pot.
Yeah, yeah.
Can yeah, but you will put off smoke off the top. But if you're just trying to stage some loot to get into the barn, you could use a lockpick here. Now, yes, people can melee and shotgun them open, but you'll at least hear it before they breach you. They can't just go, you're in here and you just go surprise. Like you'll hear it happening, so you can react to it.
Yeah, and the good thing about prefab buildings like this is you can use a lockpick to obviously barricade yourself in and maybe throw some gates and walls in front of that to make more um, more of an obstacle to raid that base. But for the barn, um, obviously, you put your tent in and then your gates and go to town. If you don't want to be seen right away, tent, gates on the inside, shut the door, lock the doors, and you're good to go. Now, the good thing about barns like this is you got, 3 stories to deal with, right? So each one in particular, you can kind of make its own section for loot. Um, you can put barrels up here. You can put barricades up here. You can kind of make like little, you know, sniper nests in here. When people are coming in, you can ambush them from the top and whatnot. If you didn't want to put a tent in here, you could also park a car in here, and maybe
Yes.
two if you really, really, really wanted to get dirty with it. So, um, this location in general is really, really good. It's got a lot of diversity. It's got a lot of resources around you. And I mean, when you look at it again, just like the Northbourne Boar Barn was basically just open fields around you. Um, there's no real high ground to tag you in any way. You do have woods here next to it, to the north of it, that could potentially be used as a staging point for raiders. But I mean, that's the only part that people could come from is a tree line. Uh, they're not going to be using little trees like this to hide behind. You're gonna have ghillie guys all through here, just trying to pick you away and do what they got to do. Again, you will you will want to put barricades and stuff in the road. That way, you can kind of deter anybody who's trying to come get your stuff, and that's good, right? I mean, and you could also use the tree line in the forest right there as a like a loot area. You
Yeah,
just store it and
and
bury it out
yeah,
there.
yeah, because you don't want to store it on your base. Even when we get the new revamped base stuff,
Yeah.
you're still gonna want to have it spread out. You want to mitigate the risk. You want to mule it. You make sure you're stashing it. And the trees are good for construction. Like, I mean, building being what it is now, you have to have logs for each piece. By the way,
Mhm.
check this out real quick. And I know we said having cars indoors is dangerous long term, but if you're here and you're using this as an outpost, even right now in DayZ 1.05 for vanilla PC, Xbox, and PlayStation, uh, you want to make sure the car is protected. So you can pull this right in here, close the doors, unload the loot, and then you can take off again. And the car is protected. No one's going to see it. And you can do it for what it's best for and use this for staging and looting this area. And as Razor pointed out, we have the Pavlo military base right next to us, right? Right there. You literally can walk it. You've got Boar, and then as you go north of Boar, you've got Zelen, which is also fantastic. I mean, a ton of military loot there. You have helicopter crash sites. You have a lot of things that you would want to loot in the area, and then you can keep pushing forward. Like if you've got another base, or if you just want to stash the loot and you're more mobile.
Mhm.
So even if you're solo or if you're a squad, it really works out well.
Yeah, and you have so many things here that you have at your fingertips when it comes to resources and getting loot, weapons, gearing up, and you know the main thing is if you want to store loot and you want to keep it safe, don't keep it in the barn or the house. Obviously, put it out in a location and use you know obviously like coordinates so you remember where you store it and you
And the
can
server.
and the server and write it down and basically you can go to that location every time, dig it up, take what you need, bury it, you're good to go. I mean the good thing about bases like this and locations like this is you can store loot out in the middle of a field and not one person is going to just be like, "Oh," and go right to your stash and take all your things. It's not going to happen. I mean,
As long as you're hiding it well, yeah. If
yeah.
you don't like bury it in like open dirt like this, like as long as you have tall grass, one of the benefits of playing on console is like PlayStation 4, Xbox, and all that. Everybody sees the same render that you see. Now, obviously, we have issues right now with performance in 105, but hopefully that all gets solved here in the very near future.
Mhm.
But like when Razer takes a squat right there, if I'm at this distance, if you're on PlayStation, whether it's PS4 Pro, Xbox One X, or the original Xbox or the original PS4, if we're all standing in the same place, I can't see them. And same with stashes. Like if you pick a nice thick patch of grass and you bury stuff right, and it's not in a high traffic area, chances are you'll still have it later. So it
Yeah.
evens the playing field, the good and the bad. So for that reason, yeah, Razor's right. Stash it in the trees.
And
It's
people
always the
are
best.
and people in this game and I mean everybody that I know that plays DayZ can vouch for it is people in this game are attracted to bases, right? They want to
Very much.
they want to be like, "Oh yeah, let me just build this big base and store a bunch of crap in it." Well, those people suck. Okay? If you're watching this video and you're storing a ton of loot in your base, okay? And you absolutely think that nothing's gonna happen to your base and I'm not gonna walk in and grab it, you suck at DayZ. Okay? I don't care what you think, how strong, how many people deep you are. If I bring in a big enough crew, we're going to grab your loot. That's why you need bases are attractive and they're good to hide behind when you're in trouble. But at the end of the day, loot needs to go where loot goes, and that's away from high traffic areas such as your base. Um,
Hey, sorry, go ahead.
the only thing you want to store in your base is if you get in a jam, honestly, is going to be your car, and that's only because you don't want it outside and you don't want people capping it. So,
Or you don't want even people knowing that you have it. And if it's
hmm
indoors and the doors are locked and you don't have anything outside to show that you're here, that's the perfect cover. Look at this. You see what I just put up here?
oh yeah, no, I know, yeah, yeah.
Dirty.
I think you can rope off the whole thing. I think you could actually put a gate
Wow.
uh, either there or here and open it up.
Wait a minute. What if you did it? Okay, so this is just
Yeah, no, I
free
know what you're
forming here.
thinking.
Yeah, what if we created a cheese in the trap and then the trap is down below and you're protected up here and you wait for people to enter. You put something outside that's tempting. You know, you make a lot of smoke or you shoot a weapon a lot
Yeah,
and just wait for him to come in
and
and
then
be
if you
like,
made like a
I'm
gate
going to
here
camp.
and it swung towards the door, that way you're looking right down on them.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah. So obviously for you guys, it's up to you on how you want to make this base. We give you the locations, the resources, and whatnot, and where it spawns, where you should go, what's near you. But in actuality, you know, we're not throwing up the walls and saying this is the best base build ever, because every single time that we build a base, it's different and it has different attributes, and we do things on the fly. So take the location, the information, and what you find important, at least in this video, and be like, hey, maybe I could do this kind of build here, or maybe in the comments below you could put what you think about the location, or what maybe could be better about it, or what players actually look or are looking for in general. So um, this is a pretty solid base location. And you got anything else to add, Jade?
Um, if you're kind of tab back by the map, and I think we covered this, another reason why it's good is it's away from a lot of those jump points when you're jumping between servers, but
Yeah.
it's close enough to a respawn. So if you get capped, you get zombied, you can walk back, or if you get capped by another player, you can walk back quick enough. But it should be away from high traffic areas, and it's close to places you want to loot.
Mm-hmm. Well, that is the Southwest Boar Barn and House. Um, some of these locations that I'll be showing you guys today, I have to give a shout out to my boy Titan. He kind of pointed out some of these locations. Um, he definitely pointed out um, some we're going to be seeing today. So, uh, Titan, if you're watching this video and or stream, thank you very much. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you guys drop a sub, follow, and like for myself and Jade Monkey. And I will see you guys in the next video stream. All right. Now, let's get this going. Oh, some for some reason YouTube ate it for a minute, so I don't know what that was about. I'll wait for Jade Monkey, and then we'll get going to our next location.
Hi.
Hello.
Hang on, I gotta shore up my edges.
I feel ya.
Verb. Watch my. I'm gonna get on top of the car so I don't get capped.
Rob said he found a Sarka.
Ugh, he knows how to flirt.
Yeah, you dirty.
Yeah, and plus we have all those geared players, and we have some guys up in the airfield. Next time we sign in the Xbox, it's down. I'm hoping if I time everything right, I could do some Star Citizen, test some of the update stuff from the PC to the streaming machine, and then I could switch right over to the Xbox version because then I don't have those restrictions when
Yeah.
I'm streaming to my gaming rig, obviously. So it should be pretty sweet. And hopefully by the time that happens, it'll be prime time DayZ, and then we're just gonna get into it. I hope we find those dudes who got us last time.
Oh, the prison guys.
No, yes, those guys. But no, we did a stream a while ago, and we got capped in the airfield. And apparently, it's a team of like 10 dudes, and so we've been moving characters up there to just,
Oh,
you know,
gotcha.
work some cheeks. It's gonna be tight.
Odin
Okay, hang
says,
on.
keeping loot at the tree line near your base is a good idea, but that's where I would look first before breaking into your base. That's where you would look, only because you are part of the boyfriend squads, like elite players, okay? Not a lot of people would think about that. Like in a tree line, man, like, am I gonna be really sniffing around a base at a tree line? Maybe if I like stumble across it, but I mean, like I look on the ground and stuff, but I would if I'm gonna bury loot, dude, in the woods, I'm going in the middle of the woods. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be keeping loot right at the tree line, only because it's highly noticeable when you got big old lumps of stuff right on the edge. You know, kind of outlining the forest. It's like, what the heck? But so
I have to.
far, we've
Sorry, go ahead.
covered we've covered two Boar base locations, north and south of Boar, which are pretty legit. And then we'll be covering some more stuff in the north pretty soon. So,
Trying to find a good path that I'm familiar with.
oh yeah, no, I feel
So I
your
don't have
pain.
to look too much. Yeah. Okay, I think I got it. Okay, if we go to Kozlovoka, is that right? I can't read. I can't read or write. Oh, wait. Okay, if we take this one, okay, we can just go right by green. Okay, I think I got. I might have to refer to the map a little bit,
That's perfectly
and
fine.
then just get ready for I guess the first segment. I'll let you know. I'll give you prep. I'll tell you when, and then
Yeah,
you
'cause you're
tell
gonna
me when
have to
you're
give
ready.
me at least.
I'll tell you when we'll start, and then you tell me when you're ready.
Yeah, yeah, that's better that way.
How you on food and everything? Is your shoes good?
Let me look.
probably stop to do it. I like to start it and then
My
get
shoes are
into it.
damaged, but I got another pair on me.
Here, I think the duct tape glitch works. So if you drop your shoes and you restrain me, it should work. Your your toenails are painted. That's funny.
Charles Lomax says, "Derp, Jade."
Huh?
I think that's his way of saying hi to you.
Oh, hi.
Let's see.
Now, okay, so when we used to restrain ourselves, it used to do the durability, but I guess the new glitch is if you restrain me and I break out, it fixes it.
Nice.
Are my shoes wrecked? They are. Okay, let me get these now.
Charles said, "Finally got a VSS and a VSD. Just need mags for them now."
Nice, dude. Yeah, I feel like the loot's gotten a lot better.
I'm doing good, Charles. How are you, man?
All right, if you would be so kind as to get me restrained.
Why can I not?
It's so nice not having to worry about desync right
Okay,
now.
that's. Okay, let me just take this. There we go. And then I'm going to. Okay, there it is.
Restrain me.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
will.
when I would get the Livonia map ready then.
Already got it.
I'm hearing a
Ready.
little bit of echo on your side, but I'm also loud as shit.
Your turn down now.
Ah, yeah. Now do whatever you want, you little freak. Huh?
Gary got on you. Ooh, you're lucky I was gonna start stealing it.
I mean, do you need some? I'll give you some.
No, I'm just kidding.
It's like, you want this bullet in the chamber of my gun?
I see what you did there.
Yeah, you like that?
Yeah.
Is it? Am I coming through your speaker? Or am I just that loud?
You shouldn't be echoing. It doesn't sound like you're echoing.
Is it coming through your phone or something?
No.
I mean, it's not terrible, but I definitely just heard myself.
Is it good? How about now?
It's not all the time, but it was just like a little bit.
How about now?
Balls. We're good.
Okay.
How about this?
Okay. Okay. Let's get in the car.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. It's still so loud.
Yeah. I even
That's
have
so
it
funny.
turned down and it's still loud.
Yep.
Let's see. Charles says, can finally use the 939 millimeter ammo that I have tons of. Yeah, dude. Right?
Yeah, it was everywhere. Dude, you want to make out?
You're not ready. You're not ready.
I am.
You're not.
All right, I have to carefully maneuver. It's bad. I figured out why that laptop is not taking it.
Hmm.
I mean, obviously it's because it's old.
Yeah.
Dude, how bad is this freaking gearbox?
It's bad.
What a piece. I want to be careful because I don't want to, because we basically won't have time to walk up. So I got the sweaty palms, dude.
Nah, dude.
Sweaty palms guy.
Charles said he had a scare yesterday in a little town west of the Northwest Airfield. While driving, four boars ran out of the trees making noise, and he said he swerved off the road in fear.
That's funny. Yeah, that's funny. That tasted like meat lovers.
Oh, and obviously, if you guys are watching the stream or you're looking back at the videos, if you guys got clips of good base locations and you really want to put it out there, send them to me. Or, DM me some pictures or whatever on Discord, and the Discord is in the overlay below. And you could basically, um, I'll showcase them for you.
Yeah, Razor's got a chat in there. It's hashtag Razor in the Discord. So if you want to like add him there, you can do that.
Mhm.
Because the Discord's set up where you have to accept a friend request to DM. It's just so people aren't able to spam you a bunch of weird stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you know how it gets.
No, I know.
Or you could do it in the DayZ chat, either one. Or you could DM him if you guys are,
Mhm.
you know what I mean? Razor tube. Dude, I got sweaty palms. I don't want to wreck this card.
You're good. Just pay
I
attention.
mean, I'm getting there.
Mhm.
Once we get to Green Mountain, we'll talk about
Yeah.
um
You just gotta park the car for about 0.5 seconds, and then we'll be good.
okay. I forgot the topic. But yeah.
Livonia.
I'm so focused on not wrecking.
Talk about Livonia.
Livonia, that's the one.
He said, "Don't post pics of your base locations in Discord." No, do it.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
Totally do it.
No, do it. Only if you want me to showcase them.
Yeah, if I showcase, I mean kick the door in and take
Mhm.
everything out.
Mhm. No, basically, you'd want to post pictures in that hashtag RazorTube section where maybe like in a custom game or something, you can go to a location without me knowing exactly where your base is, and you can just post it there.
Huh?
Because the chances of me finding what server you're on is slim to none.
I might find it. Wait, did I just mess this? Hang on a sec. Your boy's not very smart. Oh. Yeah, I took a wrong turn. I think we could cut the field, but this could be painful.
Oh, dude, you messed
I
up.
was like, yeah, we're going back to Green Barn.
Ugh.
So far, so good.
Ugh. And for all intents and purposes and for science, if you did have this Boar Base 1 location in the north, look at how rickety it is to drive off-road with a car here.
Oh, it's so painful.
Mhm.
It's not good.
Like going downhill would be cake, but let me tell you, if they were trying to come uphill from the south, Dunzo.
Oof. I really like the Boar Valley here. I like the city. I like the terrain. I like its location. I like that it's away from things. I like it a lot.
Mhm.
And this is just one small spot on a huge map. And let's not forget, Livonia's going to open this wide open again. That is for once we reach Green Mountain.
Joe said in chat, so the wrecked cars in Livonia will have usable parts? Question mark.
The wrecked cars, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll cover that in a sec.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm just worried about getting in the right place and running this up against a tree. If it makes our console friends feel any better, there's still little spoots of lag that can occur.
Yeah. The good thing is when we get a version of DayZ, it comes right from the PC. You know. So it's like the only difference between them is going to be graphics. You know what I mean?
Honestly, I think the default setting for PS
Mm.
and Xbox, I think they're way higher than the PC version. Cause like whatever we're looking at now is totally fine,
Mhm.
but like the one on Xbox is like 4K. I'm like, you could just turn it down a little and we would have all kinds of performance. Like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like this is more than acceptable. This is perfectly fine. But if you notice, it's way more detailed on the Xbox than on the PlayStation because they dialed it up. And I'm
Yeah.
just like, hey, can I have an option to like not go in Sano mode? There's Green Mountain.
Oh, I see it. Yeah.
We'll get closer before we
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
transition.
I
I gotta
got you.
focus on driving. I'm scared, man. And how are you on time?
Decent. I got 45 to 50 minutes ish.
I think we could be able to knock out the two on the way there, and then maybe the one of them when we get there. If we can't make it, then we'll just pick up.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Later, because we'll both be here.
Yeah.
Ah, I've stashed many a thing out here.
We're heading to Green Mountain, Joe.
Yeah, taking the safe route just because this is our only option right now. We're actually gonna skirt Green Mountain. I'm just gonna take a familiar path up to Tizzy.
Yeah.
That's all I know. Oots, 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 oots. You got pretty mouth.
You got pretty hair.
I do. Since we're gonna struggle up the hill, we might as well try it here. I don't see why we couldn't start it here. Tell me, you
Oh,
prep
okay.
yourself. You let me know when you're ready, and
Yeah.
go
Yeah.
from there.
Hold on.
Still waiting.
Good to go.
All right, so we're gonna be traversing up the map here, but we're currently sitting in DayZ version. What is this? 105. We're on the PC, but we do primarily play on console. As Razor said before, we main on console official servers. So this pertains to PlayStation 4 and the Xbox and the PC. Well, we're talking about Livonia, and we're talking about things you can do right now to prepare yourself for Livonia. And here's how it's going to work, at least as far as I understand it. So there's been a conference that's just recently happened. So there were a few YouTubers that went there and told us what happened. And it's really like we've done a lot of Livonia videos up to this point. Like I've done a lot on my channel, but there's some things that are kind of filled in and that, or even solidified some of the ideas that we had on the map. And so since official servers work like you can jump between them, with the penalty of the movement, we can bring things over to them. It's kind of like Ark in that regards, but that's about the only um, comparison I want to make with that. But yeah, so with Livonia, so Razor, if you want to tab over to the one screenshot we got there, I
Oh
can
yeah.
share some
Yeah.
information.
Yeah.
If you're looking at the map, I'm going to go ahead and look at the bigger map here. Um, and again, you can check out RazorTube's channel and my channel for videos. They should be in the DayZ playlist of Salrats. Mine's the DayZ highlights playlist. But anyway, so if you're looking at the map, if you look at the top portion there, or even the river that goes from left to right, apparently we'll be spawning at the very, very top. And the middle band here is loot, right, by the river. And then apparently there's really good loot in the south in the forest area. But here's the kicker, right? There's no food. There's no food. Survival is going to be ramped right up. So, okay, so if the map already has rain a lot, so being exposed to rain, you already know at night, during the day it can kill you. and then at nighttime it will kill you slowly over time, or even faster over time. And let's not mention the bears in the south. And just so if you didn't know, bears are coming to Chernarus and Livonia when it happens.
Yep.
So that's that's a thing. And according to Minder, hopefully I said it right. He said the bear. He was one of the guys that was at the conference. He said they take 12 Mosin shots. 12
Yeah, that's insane.
Mosin shots. Yeah. So already what we've discovered with our just going around and touring this in Arma 3, because this is the same map or virtually the same map in Arma 3, and that's been confirmed. But this is the actual printed map that came from the conference. There's I just stroked out. What was I gonna say? Oh
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So this tree area is awesome for base locations, outposts, stashing loot. But I gotta tell you, there's no discernible way to find your way around. So with it being foggy and rainy and bears, you're gonna have to bring a compass.
Yep.
You have to bring a compass, or you're screwed.
Yep.
You're absolutely screwed.
Yep. And in the map when he's talking about it, so you're gonna be spawning. You can see my cursor kind of up at the top. Okay. So all these little red blotches that you're seeing along the river are kind of like little towns and cities, right? That you can loot through and whatnot. And it also indicates that there's what military sustenance there.
Yes,
So,
red shaded areas, and then
yep,
the red borders also represent military areas.
yep.
That's really close to spawn points.
Now, here's the good thing about this map. So, I'm going to go left to right first so I can just show you guys. Now, obviously, going left to right on the river. You can see all these towns, even an airfield's close to it. As you go through Livonia, right? Left to right. Now, this forest area he's talking about is going to be in the south, which I'll start from left to right as well. And this entire area is good for base locations, right? You do have a couple major cities at the bottom, but remember, in the south, no food at all. You know,
Like
you're
none.
so things you're gonna have to face are gonna be weather and bears, and obviously other players. Now, if you want to build a base somewhere down here in the map, yeah, that's good, but you better make sure you have a bunch of big bags full of food, medicine. Um, you want to build a shelter when you go down there, probably a little one, just so you don't have to like sit in the rain the whole time, and an arsenal because there's gonna be bears through here. We don't know how many bears spawn on this map either.
It's gonna be bad, I think.
Mhm. So you as a player, you're gonna have to bring not only ammo for other players, but ammo for the wildlife now, which is good. And we don't even know if there's gonna be wolves in the woods,
Oh, I'm sure there are.
right? So they're gonna probably make the bottom of this map, as you can see, let me zoom out, which is all through here. The bottom of this map is going to be super dangerous, super just um, hard for the players to survive in. I'm sure once there's going to be some type of meta that comes out for us, and you're going to be looking at this map. You're like, okay, I'm going to hit all the north, hit all these cities, and then make my way down. The best thing you could do probably as a player is find the cities that are closest to the edge of that forest before you go in and loot up before you go in. And like Jade's saying, have a compass.
Yeah,
You're
it's
gonna
a
have
must.
if you're going in a squad, make sure one person has building material for or at least a tent on them. So you could throw it up in the woods and kind of do whatever you got to do. But and you just got to bring a lot with you, ammo, and food and medicine and shelter because it's going to be hard to traverse through there. And as he is saying, the YouTubers that have played this map have confirmed that like it's hard to survive in it.
Yeah, that's like a focal point of the map. Is not only is it new, but they wanted to make it more difficult.
Mhm.
And because I mean, there's no food in the bottom of the map, but it should also be said that there's also really good loot down there. If you actually look at the map real quick, look in the forest area.
Yeah.
It almost looks like a red star with like an outline around it. It's almost in the dead center of the forest area. It's
Yeah.
like Nadbor.
Yeah.
That entire city, like look how many military zones there are. We've confirmed just through my fly through, and I think you're going to be doing a fly through soon.
Mhm.
There's a lot of military structures there.
Yeah.
So it's crazy good loot. So just think about the way DayZ's set up right now. Like I'm sorry, Chernarus.
Mhm.
It's shoreline is tier one. You go in a little bit, it's tier two, tier three, and tier four. Consider the forest tier three or tier four.
Yeah, and that's basically what you're going to be dealing with on this map. So like I know I've been sitting on this map for a while, but I kind of want to give people that haven't seen this map yet an idea exactly what we're going to be dealing with. And it's just going to be one of those things where, you know, I'm assuming like in, Nabdor or whatever, it's going to be a fight for building there because it's right on the edge, you know. You got all
Yeah.
your weapons and whatnot, but like as far as everywhere else goes, man, we don't have much to deal with. There's one city on the east that you could go to that, you know, at the southeast of the map that's like, yeah, I could go there, but there's not really much. And there's a few on the west that are okay, but I mean, we all know how big Cherno is. Like, this is this is it, man. You're gonna have a lot of ground to cover from one of these cities going into this forest, and if you go all the way to the south, more more power to you, because that's gonna be hard to get a grip on once we start playing in Livonia, you know. And as you saw in the videos for Livonia, um, stuff like that, there's a lot. There's gonna be a lot of structures that are, you know, overgrown and whatnot, you know. So it's gonna be a really cool dynamic they're adding to a map. Is like it's almost like having a artificial kill zone if you're not prepared. So it's gonna be a good thing when they implement the Livonia map to DayZ because I mean you have all those cities in the north and it'll be fun spawning in, getting to know the place, moving around, and there's some alterations compared to the Arma map, but
But it's
it,
really close.
but they're not significant enough to where you'd really notice. So
There's a couple minor changes, but yeah.
yeah, so I mean, things to look out for on Livonia: bears, weather, wildlife is probably gonna be really dangerous. Not on top of, and we don't even know if there's gonna be zombies in the woods either. Because if
Oh
there's
yeah.
zombies and bears and wolves and all these things and all these types of like enemy AI there, we're gonna definitely be feeling the hurt, especially with weather. Like all those factors added together, it just compounds into one big problem for the DayZ players to get around to try to live in the South, which is cool, right? Like you want
Yeah, like we don't know the map, Like even though we're looking at this, trust me, we're on the it's all new.
hmm and just like the good thing is they're trying to make DayZ feel like a real life scenario all the time. And when you're in the woods, and I can vouch for this, um, basically, if you don't have a compass, you don't know which direction is which unless you really get to know that area well enough. Now, that's not to say, it's going to be so difficult you're not going to want to play the game or anything, but it's going to be hard. Things to prepare for is all those items I mentioned earlier. Foods, meds, ammo, shelter. Those are the things you want to bring. And if you have server transferring, right, to where you can transfer your character from one to another, you're definitely going to want to be prepared walking into this map. There is not going to be any games to be played while you're spawning into Livonia. And if you're thinking about going south and, kind of build up there, it's going to be difficult. Um, you're gonna want to gather up stuff on Shinorse and be able to transfer it safely. And we all know with the server hopping stuff, you're gonna end up somewhere random. So
Yeah, we don't know where that's gonna be yet, but
yeah,
on the
yeah,
map, like the zone for it, we're not
yeah.
sure, but
Once those zones come out for
we'll mark
Livonia,
it.
yeah, we're gonna mark it, and then you'll know exactly where you're gonna end up.
We'll post it in the Discord when we figure it out. Just like this map here, it's a map at conference. And so I mean I give credit to whoever like posted, but nobody posted who like it was just anonymous. So
Yeah,
we'll try to clean up this map as we get more. I'm trying to stitch together a map from Arma 3 and then post it in our Discord. So we'll try to put that in the description or pinned comment at the top of your video or mine or both. But real quick, so I'm assuming that there will be server transfers unofficial, right? Because it works just like Chernarus.
Yeah.
One of the things you can do, because there will be a new vehicle, and I'm assuming the vehicle will also be on Chernarus as well. It should be the truck, and apparently, so obviously car parts, you can bring in car parts. You're gonna want to bring the medicine, and like Razor was saying, some kind of ammunition and stuff, but definitely medical supplies. And think about this: it wouldn't be terrible to bring some seeds
Nope.
and make a garden on the edge, so you've got a place to make food on your own when you need to, or even if you're living in the South. Because let's be honest, like the good players, once we settle in, the good bases that are going to be hard to fight against are going to be in the South, right? Because that's the best loot. Once we figure out how to live there, so and with the server transfers being what they are, like we've even discussed this. We said, hey, let's make our base in Livonia, and then when we want to go out and beat cheeks and raid people, then let's server transfer, and then when we'll just come back to our map. You know what I mean? Like let's
Mhm.
live in the deep south in Livonia with the bears protecting us. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Yeah, because I mean, when you think about it, you want to live in the hardest, accessible part of the map. Only because, you have a base in the south of Livonia. How many people are gonna, traverse there? And let's face it too, in Livonia, now that you mention the truck, if you can get a truck and throw a bunch of supplies in the back of it,
Oh yeah, we know what that's like. We
you
played
know,
the we played the mod back in the day.
yeah, if you can throw supplies in the back of the truck, I'm telling you, if I could put barrels, tents, and stuff back there, I'm heading straight for the south, dude. And we will sit in the car and shoot from the back of the truck bed any
Oh,
bear
all
that
we're gonna
comes.
do is collect loot.
Yep. But those are things that you kind of want to be warned about when it comes to Livonia. Those are things that you want to prepare for.
And you can do right now with server transfers. You can start to collect those things, create a couple mules, get some of those supplies, and maybe
Hmm.
there's supplies that you would typically keep right now in Shannara, like a compass. But I guarantee you, like if you look at one of Razor's fly-throughs in Livonia or one of mine, I don't think Razor has his posted yet, but I've got one. Once you see how, like you'll look at the forest when we're flying through it, but when you're on the ground, you have no idea where you are. There's no like landmarks peeking above the top of the tree line to tell you where you are. You can get lost instantly if you're
Yep.
not, even when you're paying attention. So like you definitely need a compass. I would bring I just drew a blank again. I said the seeds. It was something else too. Dang it. Car parts now. And I did hear that in this maybe in Chernarus, um, but it will be in Livonia. Apparently, the way the loot for cars is spawned, it'll spawn on wrecked cars, like not the cars you drive, but like the ones you loot.
Hmm.
There'll be actual car parts that spawn on there too, which is pretty cool. So, I think vehicles are going to be a big deal. So obviously, get some car kits going. And like Razor was saying, stock up on weapons. Did we say it takes 12 shots from a Mosin? We did.
Yeah. And then also this brings up a good point too. We're not gonna know how much storage space is in a truck yet. Um, we don't know how many slots for people are gonna be on it. So, I mean, probably 2 to 4. You know, like I want to just kind of guesstimate what it would be. And that's not including the loot. If you could throw it in the back, how much room that'll take up. So I mean, those are things that you got to prepare for. Also, another thing we didn't mention is jerry cans full of clean water. You probably
Oh
want to
yeah, good call, good call.
you
Yeah,
you
yeah.
probably want to, for preparation, have a bunch of jerry cans with clean water in them. When this comes out, guys, we're going to Pound Town. So
Oh, dude, yeah. Rest
so
assured, we'll be streaming it, making videos like Razor.
oh yeah. So yeah, we don't know the slots per truck yet. As soon as we get that, we'll probably make a video on it or stream it, um,
Or both.
or both. So those things are what you need for the preparation of Livonia. Take everything that we've said into account, and you're gonna wanna prepare probably the best way you can, depending on what's part of the map you want to live on to survive in Livonia. You got anything
Yeah,
else to add, my friend?
yeah. I just thought of something too. Um, since it rains so much, and obviously being cold is going to be an issue, keeping cooked meat on you, having matches to start a fire, because I think you're going to have to hunt more in
Oh
the
yeah.
south, or even just drying your clothes off in general, or
Mhm.
just staying warm, especially at nighttime, is going to be a thing. So all those survival mechanics that we kind of take for granted now because we're just used to the meta now in Shinaris, um, those are things you're going to want to stockpile and bring with you. Yeah, obviously batteries. I think we all carry 9-volt batteries with us for like NVGs and stuff, but like definitely things to help you hunt, help you dry off your clothes, and just respond to things on the fly. Like make sure your shoes are good, because if you're in the south and you run out of supplies, you're a dead duck. It's pretty obvious
And if
after
you
seeing it.
after you build a base in the south, I'm telling you right now, when you're building this base, you are definitely going to want to build off the ground.
Hmm.
If there's wildlife, if we don't know if bears glitch through walls, we don't know if the wolves will, we don't know anything yet. So I would build your base on 2 stories. I would literally take advantage of the situation and build up off the ground. Um, it's one thing I learned from a tactical standpoint in the military is if you're going to build a base, eh, never be down or never be upwind somewhere, and always build off the ground because you never know. But that's some of the key things and factors we wanted to cover with you guys, with our council community for PS4 and Xbox, and I mean, is obviously is appealing to PS4, or Xbox, and the PC players. So, if you're new to the channel, make sure you guys drop those subs, follows, and likes for myself and Jade Monkey. We're here to
Yeah.
stream for you guys and make videos, content for you all the time. And you can find our posts on our YouTube channels.
Yep. RazorTube's got a DayZ playlist. I have a DayZ highlights playlist on my channel, Jade Monkey. And if you're interested in joining our DayZ community, because we do play with the viewers, that process happens like you have to be verified, but it happens over on the Discord. The Discord is in the description below on the video, both on RazorTube's video and mine, and it should be on your screen, I think, Razor, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's a DayZ chat there. I'm going to go ahead and tab to it so you guys can see what that looks like. That is for PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. And if you're interested in getting verified, it is a process, so please be patient as our community is nice enough to volunteer their time to help us out. But if you're interested in starting that process, you would join the Discord, find the DayZ chat here, click the pinned messages at the top, and then go find where it says rules for playing with us. And you have to know those. Then, when somebody's doing verifications, they will post in the DayZ chat when and where in game they'll be doing it. They'll meet up with you in game, and they will also test you on these rules. So you do have to know them. So that's how you get started. Also, currently we have a uh, shoot. I just stroked out again. We have an Xbox, a DayZ Xbox community server that's running. It's open to the public. Wow, I don't know why I couldn't think of that for a second. I was like, English is my first language. Go figure. That's open to everybody. We will be opening up a PlayStation server as well. We're still working on that, but the Boyfriend Squad server is open to everybody on the Xbox, and our global chat is also on the Discord. If you look at the very top, it says it's got a picture of a map. That's fancy. Then it says US DayZ Xbox server, and that's basically a global chat for the Xbox server. And if you're interested in finding that, if you're on the filters, filter North American, pass or no password servers, and then search for Boyfriend Squad, BOI Friend Squad, you should be able to find us. I know you can't like search it, but like it's alphabetical. But people are like, BOY is not there. I was like, yeah, it's spelled BOI. So be sure to check that out. And I do post. Did I say I post daily on my Daisy Highlights playlist? Playlist, I
Yep.
think I did. Good reason to subscribe to my channel and RazorTube. And we do have the social medias too. I believe if you search hashtag Boyfriend Squad BOI on any of them, you should find us. But my Twitter is JadeMonkey_YT. We do try to echo our notifications and things that are happening in the games that we play there. Real quick, my Instagram is JadeMonkeyLive, lowercase, no spaces, and I do have a merch store that helps support my channel. and that link is in the description below. Again, 100% optional, but those proceeds go back into the channel 100%. So that's always appreciated.
Heck yeah, boy.
Yeah,
And then,
sure. If you're not a member or not subscribed to Razor channel, go over there and check it out. We are the Boyfriend Squad. That's RazorTube. I'm Jade Monkey, and then BioLaser. If he wasn't working, he'd be playing with us right now.
oh yeah, yep. And obviously, if you guys are old subs or old followers coming back, I appreciate the support and thank you very much. And also, if you want to donate to the channel in the upper right hand corner of the screen, you'll see the bit.ly link. Type it in. Those donations go to my channel, and they make the magic happen with this content all the time. But, alright, without further ado, we will see you next time.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of the best way for us to get up to Tizzy if we have time.
Alright.
Make sure your stuff's all good. I gotta double check something. How's your time?
40.
40. Okay.
I'm not leaving yet, man.
Okay.
Odin. Not leaving yet. Joe says, can you already hear Razor screaming? Yeah. Screw you, Joe. I hate bears, dude. I hate bears. I'm a big dude, right? I'm a machine. 230 pounds. I work out all the time. I freaking leg press 1,400 pounds. And I swear to you, if I saw a bear IRL, yeah, dude. I have a fear of getting eaten by a bear. I don't know why, but I do. It's not good. It's not good, man. I don't like it. And you know what's funny too is my daughter was actually talking to me. She's almost 4, and the other day, she was like, "I don't like bears, Daddy." I've never said to her I don't like bears, you know, because obviously like bears to little kids are cute, cuddly, whatever.
I don't like bears.
She'd come up to me and she was like, "Daddy," and I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, I don't like bears." She said they're really scary. I was like, "Well, where did you see a scary bear?" She says, she says she saw it on like Animal Planet or whatever, you know. And she's like, bears are big and scary with big claws. I was like, oh man, it's genetics. It's gotta be, you know. I was just like, oh, Daddy likes bears. And then when you turn 20, I'm gonna say, I'm a pussy. I do not like bears. Like you've been right the whole time.
That's fair.
She did too. It was like out of nowhere.
That's hilarious.
I didn't like bears. I was like, what?
Like me either.
They take 12 motion shots. They're fucking nuts.
I guess you can headshot them,
Yeah, good
but like
luck.
it'll still take a good amount of shots though. It won't take a full 12. I'm going in first gear, and that's ridiculous. We might need another running start. Hang on, this is the part that I was worried about.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, no pressure.
Ooh.
We'll jump into the next thing once we I think get past Green Mountain. I think.
Yeah, you just let me
We should
know
be
and
able to make it to Tizzy. Yeah, just be ready.
then you
This will
park.
be more like us talking about stuff we've talked about before.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then it'll curtail into your fly-throughs in Livonia.
Oh, yeah.
Like I know you're not doing them now, but
Yeah,
or you haven't published them yet.
when I get him, I get him.
Yeah, I'll some of the stuff I found or whatever I'll way
Hell yeah.
because if we're doing it again tonight, we might as well, you know.
Hell yeah.
I'm getting excited to do a little bit of Star Citizen after this, baby.
I'd be
Then
lying if
right into
I
Tizzy.
would be lying I would be absolutely lying if I said I wasn't gonna play a game of Rainbow Six after this.
Oh, that's fair.
Which reminds me, guys, um, I'm gonna definitely start a Ember Rise playlist for Rainbow Six on my channel. Although I haven't had a big following of Rainbow Six fans in my on my channels. I like to play that game a lot when I get a chance. So I'll be posting like full matches of me just dominating all the time and maybe losing. So
Well, if you want to lose, I could jump in on that because I'm a pro at losing. Yeah. I'm
yeah.
always like, look at this car reflection right here. Boom, right in my
Well,
face.
I've slowly accepted my role in that game. So like you have two different players, right? You have the people that go out there and frag real hard, okay? And then you have people that um whatchamacallit, are good support players. So I'm kind of like a hybrid, right? So I'm good at clutching,
Clenching?
like clutching
Oh.
the win.
Yeah, you're good at
Yeah.
clenching.
And I'm a very good support player. So like I don't get a lot of frags all the time, but it like the way I set my stuff up, depending on what operator I am, I end up doing really good for the whole team, you know. Not many people can say, "Oh, I'm a good support player." Well, not ones that actually do their job. Yeah. Some people play that game, and I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you bad? Because if you think about a game that's been out for that long, and then somebody like I get it, new people do come in and out. Well, like you're not even allowed to play ranked until I think level 30. It's either 30 or 50. I can't remember. But by then you should at least get the mechanics down. Like, okay, there's this. We have to play this way. You know what I mean? You would think people get that, but they don't. There's garbage.
Oh, dude, my left hand is tensing up because I don't want to wreck the car. You know what I mean? Whew. I got the tense, the crapple tunnel going in the left hand. I'm bearing down so hard. I feel like I'm gonna push through my desk. You know what I mean? Where you're like,
Mike,
when we play Rust, it's like that. You know?
yeah. Let's
Good
see.
time.
Michael Vlogs says, "Come to my server." Why?
Yeah, or or you should post where your base is at in our Discord, and
Yeah,
we'll come by and say hi.
yeah.
Disclaimer: when I say come by and say hi, I mean kick in your door and
Yeah,
take all your
take a
stuff.
look.
And when you say come to my server, we're assuming you mean official. Step one, don't go to base.
Yeah, step one, don't bury the base. Step
Step
two,
one,
bury your loot.
get pissed. I think we're about halfway to Tizzy.
Seems about
No,
Oh, get stupid.
I'm not trying to. That's the thing. It's a little weird.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, anything I'm doing is not. I'm not showboating at all.
Oh, okay.
I'm super nervous.
I'm like,
I'm used to the way console plays, right, and the way like the car gets jittery, and I'm doing it out of like habit because I don't want the car to wreck. But here it's overcompensating, and that might cause me to wreck. So
yeah,
like I'm stuck in between two places of oblivion here to.
limbo.
Yeah, I'm like I just want to get there.
Yeah. Yeah, 'cause once we get there, it'll be fine. But if it crashes, we're done.
Yeah, like that's the end of the session.
Yeah, that's it.
You know what we should do? Let's because we got still got a ways to go. Let's start the next piece, and then you just let me know when you're ready. We'll probably reference the map or whatever,
Yeah,
just so. Well, you can do it while I'm driving. I can't do it while I'm driving. It'll be but like stuff we've, you know what I'm saying.
yeah.
Baby doo boo bee boo. Wee.
I am good.
Okay. All right. So we've been talking about the current state of DayZ and for console. And I mean, right now we're playing on PC, 105, and then 105 is also the same on Xbox and PlayStation. But we've been getting really excited about Livonia recently, and if you guys don't know what that is, it's going to be a new map for DayZ. It's currently out for Arma 3 Contact expansion, and I've been doing videos on that on my channel, Jade Monkey, and then I think RazorTube needs to publish his. But so either when his video comes out, he'll either have it or he will have it soon. So either way, check out a playlist. But we're talking about Livonia, some of the things coming up, but more specifically, like what to expect as far as timing. Like when is it? And okay, so there's a few things out there, right? We've got the map. Somebody was nice enough again at one of the trade shows that just recently happened. They were playing it. So if you switch over, I think it was on their DayZ Twitter, right? Let me
Yeah,
switch to my Twitter. Oh, by the
yeah,
way, depending on when you're watching this, till the end of October, it's 30% off for everybody, PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. So if you're thinking about it, I mean, that's a good time. Not that we're paid for any of this, we're not.
yeah.
I just, if I know some people are like, hey, is it worth it? I was like, well, or some people are waiting for the discount. Anyway, so if it's happening when you're watching this, check it out. But anyways, if you scroll down, they had a trade show and they had people playing through Livonia. So not only did we confirm the Arma 3 map is very similar to the Livonia map, but
Oh, is it the EJX 2019? Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. This is the trade
Um,
show.
so okay, to kind of rewind a little bit, because stuff that we've learned ourselves, and then some of the things that other YouTubers have been nice enough to show. But we do have that map, by the way. So typically, when things get updated here in DayZ, if you've been around long enough, they usually go DayZ and the PC experimental branch, and when that stabilizes, it goes DayZ PC live branch. Then those versions get submitted for PlayStation and Xbox. Then when those are done, they get submitted for certification for both of them, and both of them have to pass certification because they both share the same version and the same database. So like with that process, it takes time,
Oh
right,
yeah,
to get it from to experimental, but also that's the first time we get to see it as players.
yeah.
And oftentimes that's when we go over to the PC because we do play on console primarily. Like that's where we live. But when it comes out on experimental, we'll try it out to show you guys what's coming. Like we want to know. But here's the kicker, right? So this is supposed to come out November 13th. That's I guess Xbox kind of like tipped their hat to it to be like, not only is it November, it's November 13th. As
Mhm.
far as we can tell, that is still the case for Livonia. But here's the thing, right? It's almost November. So if you take into consideration the entire length of that process from experimental settling in to live,
Oh
then from
yeah,
live to the consoles. So my question is, where is it?
yeah,
Right?
yeah,
So I don't think it's coming out. And watch, we make this video and it comes out like this week or something, but it's so late in the game. In order to make the 13th, is what I'm saying, it should already be out in experimental. So
yep.
I think this might drop at the same time for everybody, which
For
would be kind of
every
awesome,
platform.
right?
Yeah, we're doing.
Yeah.
That's kind of like the prediction, right? Like they're gonna withhold it and drop it all at the same time, and be like, oh hey, we got Livonia coming out, and it's out for everything at the same time because maybe now that they're doing like console, they're like, well, why don't we just release this map all at the same time so they can all play, you know what I mean? All in unison. That way they're just kind of making adjustments to the game on each platform as they go along, you know?
I'm like, I'm excited for that to get the experience at the same time, but at the same token, knowing, and I'm not trying to bust their balls here, but knowing that they kind of need that time to like settle things in. And already, I mean, we're playing on DayZ 105 now on Xbox and PlayStation, and right now PlayStation is having crashing issues. Like we still have things that need to be fixed, and that was with the standard like development cycle. I just hope that if they do it all at once, I hope it's especially for PlayStation because you guys had that blue screen thing going on.
Oh yeah, blue screen
I
of death.
hope it's yeah, it's well like we get the crashing. Ours manifests. It's the same thing, but ours crashes to the dashboard. Their crashes end up with like a blue screen and a message, but
Yeah.
it's the same thing. I either way, what I'm saying is I hope we get a stable version because we're dealing with so much BS, right? It's
Mhm.
getting better, but like I'm just hoping that it levels out more for us, right? But I'm super excited for the map. But the speculation is not only is it the November 13th, but I strongly suspect we're going to get it all at once. Either way, if if it drops all at once, we're still going to be playing it. Like RazorTube and myself, Jade Monkey, we're going to be playing the crap out of it and streaming it. But if by some chance our prediction's off and it does release to experimental, we'll be all over that too, showing everybody. I mean, already we're oh, there it was. It was almost that was almost pukies. We're already going through and showing off Livonia and Arma 3, the contact expansion, to show off whatever we can. And you have your map?
Yeah.
And we were able to verify that this map does match the Arma 3 contact map.
Mhm.
So we're able to like go through and give people general ideas of like where to start, how it's structured,
Yeah,
and we can
it's
talk about that while we're driving too. But yeah, it's we're excited about it, and I wonder when this is coming in for us, right? Like, what I don't
yeah.
know. What do you
I
think?
mean,
Do you think it's
it's
gonna be all at once?
it's it's iffy though, right? So they're putting the verification process with Microsoft and Sony obviously are probably almost identical when they're pushing a game through. And then they have the PC version, right? Like we're going to pump this out. Usually the order of things is going to be PC version comes out and then we get the consoles later on down the road, right? Because they're going to optimize it and they're going to, you know what I mean,
Yeah,
make
because it's
everything.
different. It's the
Yeah.
same, but it's different. Yeah.
Yeah, it's different platforms so they got to make adjustments for that platform or whatever. So like if they're saying it comes out November 13th, either they're going to do within
2 weeks?
yeah, within the next week they're going to release the PC version and then then a week after that is the console versions.
Wait, what's today though? Because this video might be later. Today is what? The 29th?
29th, yeah.
29th of October.
So you could November is next week.
Yeah.
So I don't know. My guesstimation is I would like to say that they would do it separate like usual just so they can kind of get the bugs out and then trickle it down. But they might actually get ballsy with this one and release them all at the same time. And if
I
they,
hope they do.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah, because that way it might be smarter only because that way you're not dealing with separate complaints at the same time or separate bugs. You're
Yeah.
dealing with all the same issues at the same time. So it's like, all right, Xbox team, you take care of this. PS4, you take care of this. My PC guys, you take care of this. Boom. Then they go through the ringer and they accomplish what they got to accomplish. And then they're like, all right, every platform has an update. There you go. There's
Yeah, it's
another.
interesting to see. Like, the more this ticks down to November,
Yeah.
I'm with you. It's like oh my, sorry, unless there's a date change and it's
Yeah.
not the 13th.
Yeah.
Either way, if you stay tuned to RazorTube's channel or mine, Jade Monkey, we're gonna if it comes out early and experimental or there's a date change, we'll let you guys know and we'll try to show you what we do know about the map. We're already showing you now in Arma 3, the contact map, Livonia. It's actually called Livonia in there. But as soon as we have more context in DayZ, we're gonna be showing you guys that too, to be like, hey, here are the bears. Here's what's changed with this. Here are the new weapons. Here's where you spawn. But yeah, it's definitely gonna be yeah, we're watching. Like the next week, I think we're gonna know for sure if it's coming or not. I haven't seen anything from the developers. I haven't seen no indication on the PC side yet. It's just yeah, it's wacky. Is that a? Oh my goodness, there's cows over here.
Oh,
Oh, I forgot I don't have a roadkill counter now. So yeah, there's like there's a few things that are coming into Livonia now. And actually, we should already say I kind of list off some of the things that we've discovered and some of the things that other YouTubers have been nice enough to show us at the what is it called? The conference, the EGX.
yeah.
And I just stroked that on what I was saying just so I didn't hit anything. I was like, why did I go after the cows? I'm so used to just hitting the cows.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
Oh, I know a lot of people are saying, and I get this because like we play on PlayStation and Xbox. A lot of people are like, hey, the PlayStation and the Xbox are dealing with crazy bugs right now. I mean, you can play the game, and let's be honest, the game is still fun, but there's still like some issues and stuff that we're
Oh,
dealing with.
yeah. That's like any
And so,
game, though.
yeah, but I've heard a lot of people say, and I get this and I understand this. I empathize with this. They're like, hey, I don't want to spend any more money on the game until the game is fixed. I'm like, all right. So
Right.
like, we don't get paid by them or anything. Like, we're not associated with them. We just play the game. But if you're on the fence and you want to know what it's like to either play on the map or the state of the map on console, I mean, tune in to either one of us and we'll show you and we'll be like, hey, it's in a good state right now, or hey, it's kind of in limbo. So if you want to do it, expect this. Or if it's crappy when it releases, you'll see it. We'll be playing it and you'll be like, yeah, this is unusable. But I have a feeling there'll be some bugs, but I think it'll be good. I'm looking forward to playing the map.
Yeah.
Like Razor and I said before, I think what we're going to end up doing is obviously we're getting the map and we're going to be playing it, but we're going to be building our main base there, bases, and then we're just going to transfer to other servers to do raiding and stuff,
Yeah,
like
it,
Chernarus.
yeah, and I mean, to kind of piggyback off of Jade, it's gonna be every game has its issues, guys. I get it. You know, you don't want to, and like Jade's saying, they don't pay us to, advertise them or their content or anything. Uh, we just like DayZ because we've been playing it since it released on PC. How many years ago?
We
Uh,
played it as a mod when it was on Arma
and our
first,
on
before it was
Arma, yeah.
standalone.
So it's like, you know, if you guys really want to know the experience of Livonia and whether or not there's going to be bugs that affect, you know, the normal gameplay, we're going to be the first ones to pump it out to you. We're going to be the first ones to tell you. And, you can just watch our streams or our videos and you're going to see the quality of the game and the content that's coming out. Like, is it good? Is it stable? Is it going to be um, playable? Am I going to want to play it?
Is it crashing on PlayStation or Xbox?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
What are the issues for us on vanilla?
yeah, and those are honestly too, if you join the Discord, those are issues too that our community literally puts out there for us and asks us about, or they'll give us the answers to them. Like it's just going to be hard because with all the glitches and bugs and stuff in DayZ, although it's a fun game, the real reason why people are getting mad is because some of these issues affect your loot, your time.
Oh yeah,
You you
oh
know,
yeah.
and those are things when you're playing a survival game that are you have to have a optimal fix for something. Because if I'm losing hours worth of loot because my car just glitches, then it just doesn't render the right way as I'm driving it. I need that fixed, right?
Yeah, and that's been a problem for a while.
Mhm.
I mean, both OG Xbox and OG PlayStation have been dealing with that for a long time. Like, it's literally, it's almost impossible to drive those cars sometimes in cities
Yeah.
right now in DayZ 105. So I get that. Like, we deal with the pain of cars, but like it definitely needs some work
Yeah,
on the console side of
it's an
things.
issue right now, and obviously, we all have our other issues with the game, but I mean, once Livonia comes out, Jade and I will be streaming it relentlessly,
Yeah, oh
and
yeah,
um, let's face it, we'll see how the devs do with the DLC. Like it's gonna be hit or miss, and I have to give these guys credit where credit's due. As being a developer, they are now juggling three platforms. They
yeah,
are
true.
updating the game consistently, and if it's one update, something's wrong. The next update's that problem's fixed, and another problem arises. That all comes with the effort, and it all comes with a game that you're trying to make for a big audience of people. And let's face it, a lot of people play DayZ. A lot of people are getting mad, pissed off, and I get it, you know. But
Is
with
that a pig?
yep, oh yep,
Oh, that's good as shit. I mean,
and with that being said, every game has its issues. So if you're just patient with these developers, I think they're gonna bring the best product that they can to each DayZ player. They're gonna try to make the game as good as it possibly can be without, you know, maliciously or being negligent to what their fan base is saying. Like
yeah, I think they
they're not gonna
they
do that.
really want to make it happen. Yeah, like, and it's again to build off what you're saying. Yeah, the game's got issues, but even with the issues and some of the growing pains with platforms, like you're saying, they're supporting in a lot of cases two new platforms that they haven't had to support before, PlayStation and Xbox, right? But even with the games and its shortcomings and glitches, the game is still a lot of fun to play. So that says a lot about the game itself.
Yeah, I mean, let's face it. They're taking on a very big barrage of people. You know.
Well, look at other studios. Oftentimes, they'll develop the game, but they'll farm it out to a third party that knows the platform,
Yeah.
just like Arc did. I mean, maybe that's a bad example because that's left a bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah.
But they'll develop it and then they push it to a studio that specializes in that because there's growing pains to that kind of stuff. But I mean, it makes sense. We'll let you know. I mean, yeah, we'll be playing it. We'll
Yeah.
let
Well.
you know if it's worth it at the time because I mean,
Yeah.
shoot, if it crashes, you'll see it.
I mean, honestly, yeah. Even before you buy it, come to our channels, and literally, we're gonna let you know if it's good enough. Literally, we will literally tell you yes or no.
Yeah, because
Um.
we're not being paid. We'll let you know if it's playable in its current state.
Yeah.
I mean, we're excited to get it, but like we'll let you know, like, hey, maybe wait a patch or. But I mean, if you're interested in hooking up with our Daisy community, we do have a Discord. It should be in the description below. I think it's on the bottom of your overlay, Razor.
Yep.
It's in my description below. If you want to join our Daisy community, you can do that there, and then there's a Daisy chat there, and that's for PC, Xbox, and PlayStation 4. It's right there, hashtag DayZ inside of the Discord. If you're interested in playing with us, I always try to cover this. There's a pinned message in the DayZ chat, and it says rules for playing with us. Anybody that we play with on stream has to be verified. This is the process to do that. You have to know these rules here, and then somebody in our DayZ chat will say when they're doing verifications in game, they'll let you know when and where to meet up in game, and they will test you on these rules, and they will play with you for a while. Also, we do have an Xbox community server that's open to anybody. Just search Boyfriend Squad, BOI, and North American servers. And we do have the global chat for that in the Discord. It's US Daisy Xbox server. And don't worry, PlayStation 4, we have not forgotten about you guys. We're trying to get that one set up, so should be shortly there. And I do post daily Daisy content on my YouTube channel. I think Razor, I think you do too, or pretty close to it.
Yeah. Pretty close.
Daily.
Yeah, I've just been pretty busy the last few weeks with school and whatnot, so I'll probably be posting a lot more in the coming weeks. It's just been a kind of a busy time right now for me, but typically I like to post daily. That's the goal for at least all the subs out there. And speaking of which, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys drop some subs, follows, and likes for myself and Jade Monkey. Check out him and BioLaser from the Boyfriend Squad in the description below on my channel, either on stream or in video form. You can find their links there. And also, if you guys are returning subs and followers, thank you for the support. Appreciate it. If you guys want to further that support by typing in the bit.ly link in the upper right hand corner and donate to the channel, much appreciated. It's obviously not required at all, but it definitely helps the streaming process come to life because all those donations go to all the equipment that I use and for uh, just, making the channel bigger. So I appreciate the support, guys. Thank you very much.
Are we close? How are you on time, sir?
Um, I would say
We could.
I'm gonna have to go here because it's getting kind of late and I need to accomplish things.
Okay. Well, I'll sign us out here and we'll just pick it up. If you want to pick it up tonight and then we Arma stuff in this, we could do that too.
Yeah, I think tonight, um, I'm gonna probably end up. I'm gonna stream like a few hours of Rainbow, and then I just wanted to kind of do those other spots, and then uh, pretty much it for me. Do the spots, so yeah.
I'll just log here by the tree. You can
Uh,
do the same.
okay, yeah, I'll do that too as well.
And then that way we'll be safe. And then we'll just pick it up. Like whenever you have time, since I'll be streaming, what do you call it, on the Xbox later, I won't have to worry about my battery situation.
Oh yeah.
So whenever, you just let me know.
All right. Well, whoever's in chat, thanks for stopping by, guys. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys soon. Tonight I'll be playing some Rainbow Six, and then probably streaming some DayZ after. We'll give you guys some more locations, and probably, I don't know, if we're getting freaky, we might go to official and start clapping cheeks again.
Oh, you know I like that.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you for stopping by, and I appreciate it. So I will definitely see you guys soon.